During combat operations, the resupply of forward units can be accomplished by helicopters. Normal activities will see the medium transport helicopter working between the Corps and Division administrative areas. In urgent situations, supplies can be moved directly to Forward Service Battalion locations. When the tactical situation permits, critical supplies such as ammunition, engineer stores, and fuel can be moved directly to a delivery point or to the A echelon location. Utility helicopters are used when the commodity to be delivered is in smaller unit lots, or if the tactical situation would place the medium transport helicopter at an unacceptable risk. Resupply helicopters are not limited to roads or to the condition of the ground. They can react quickly to situations. Large or bulky items can be moved without difficulty, and point-to-point operation reduces delivery time. There are, however, certain inherent disadvantages in using helicopters. They may be limited by darkness, weather, and availability. Their lift capability is affected by altitude and temperature. Landing on loose or sand surfaces can severely damage aircraft components, equipment, and can cause casualties. Helicopters are easily detected, are vulnerable to enemy ground fire. Helicopter operations require detailed coordination and special training by all involved personnel. A forward battalion has requested an emergency replenishment of combat supplies, stores, and critical spare parts. A vehicle packet from its affiliated service battalion was dispatched with the required items, but because of enemy activity, was unable to proceed to the delivery point. The Supply and Transport Company Command Post advised the Service Battalion Logistic Operations Center that the DP could not be activated. The LogOps duty officer reports the problem to the Division Service Group headquarters and requests a direct delivery of combat supplies by helicopter.
Yeah, just received a warning order.
He details the commodities required and confirms that the selected DP site was also suitable as a landing zone. The Medium Transport Helicopter Squadron's liaison officer at the DISC Group headquarters approves the feasibility of a resupply mission and indicates that an aircraft is available for the mission. He advises the Division Aviation Wing headquarters of the pending task and initiates the coordination for the required airspace. Concurrently, the DISC Group headquarters duty officer warns the replenishment point to prepare a slung load of the required combat supplies, which is to be moved from the RP to the DP by a medium transport helicopter. This aspect of the plan is being coordinated by the Transport Squadron ALO at DISC Group headquarters. The balance of the load, which contains repair parts, technical stores, and other needed items, is to be moved from the Service Battalion location to the DP-LZ by a helicopter from the Wing Utility Squadron. The information on the helicopter resupply mission is passed by DISC Group headquarters to the Service Battalion LogOps Center and the Brigade G4 staff, who in turn tells the unit that the mission is underway. The packet is directed to break contact and return to its company location. Detailed mission briefings take place while the aircraft is prepared for departure. The receiving unit DP site commander has been advised to expect a helicopter resupply mission. The LZ party is briefed and given their orders. They then prepare the LZ using the following criteria. The LZ must have a hard surface and be free of rocks and debris, which can damage the aircraft or injure personnel. The ground should be level. This factor is critical for night operations. The LZ must be large enough to accommodate the type of helicopter being used. A 75-meter zone is an acceptable planning figure for a transport helicopter. And the approach and departure paths must be clear of obstacles and preferably facing into the prevailing wind. Once the LZ has been prepared, the controller lays out the night landing aids. These provide the location of the LZ, the approach and departure paths, and the touchdown points for the helicopter and any slung load. In the meantime, the medium transport helicopter has departed its squadron base for the RP. At the RP, the loadmaster checks and accepts the load for slinging, and the pilot's information is updated with additional details on the LZ local enemy situation, including the enemy air and anti-air threat, and the description of the LZ. Just prior to the arrival of the medium transport helicopter, the LZ controller activates his night landing aids, and if necessary provides terminal guidance instructions, and a radio homing transmission which will activate a direction finding device in the cockpit of the helicopter. Such transmissions are minimized so as not to compromise the situation. Speed is essential in clearing the LZ, as the helicopter activity is likely to attract enemy attention. In this case, the medium transport helicopter arrives, drops its load, and departs. The utility helicopter follows with its load. Prior to departing, it takes on any casualties, stores, and mail, as well as the paperwork for the following day's DP requirements. Once the receiving unit has loaded up its supplies, it moves out, and the DP site commander reports DP closed. For successful helicopter resupply operations, it is important that the receiving unit is prepared to operate the LZ, should it be necessary. The selected LZ must be adequate for the type of helicopter, and it must be confirmed by a detailed reconnaissance. Air crews must always be prepared for en route delays, loss of communications, or sudden changes in the plan. Staffs must quickly report holdups which might be resolved by a helicopter resupply mission.
Company BMP's moving west.
This production has described a simple alternative means of completing a DP operation, wherein aviation resources have been capable of reacting quickly to an emergency resupply situation.